Hi everyone, Matt here with Chelsea Guitar Maintenance and Repair again. Another Monday maintenance tip. Today I wanted to cover locking tuners. This Schecter here has locking tuners installed, and the main thing I want to show you is how to properly string a guitar with locking tuners. Some people just don't really understand how they're supposed to work, how they're supposed to be used, etc. So I figured I'd cover that. But first I want to go over a couple of sort of misconceptions about locking tuners. The first thing is the majority of the time, if you're having tuning issues, especially on a guitar with a 3+3 headstock, this headstock is actually sort of tapered, but something like a Gibson style headstock. If you have tuning issues, the tuning machines themselves are most likely not your problem. The main issue on a 3+3 headstock with tuning stability is with the D and the G string, and it's due to the nut, the way the nut is cut, or just the strings you've got not being matched or it not being slotted right. There's additional friction here that can cause the strings to bind. The majority of the time, that's your problem, not your tuner. So if you're changing your tuners and you think you need locking tuners because your D and your G string are not in tune, it's not going to help you. Don't spend your money on it. But if you already have locking tuners, or you want locking tuners for the ability to change your strings a little faster, this is the video you want to see. So the main benefit of locking tuners is to actually string your guitar faster. As you can see here, strings on a tuning peg for locking tuners, you've only got at most one wrap around your tuning peg. You pull the string tight, you tighten down the lock on the back, or some guitars have a slightly different mechanic that holds them in. But once you tighten it down, the string is all the slacks out of the string. So you turn it just enough to rotate it around and get it tuned to pitch, and you're good. The string doesn't slip. So you don't have to have multiple winds around your tuning post. And that is the main benefit that you're going to see.
And you can see on the Les Paul headstock, without locking tuners, you have multiple wraps of string around the tuning peg. Usually 3 wraps is kind of your standard. It just takes more turns. It takes a little more time to do all those turns whenever you're putting new strings on.
So on the back of the headstock, you can see the actual locking mechanism that controls the locks and the tuning keys. This little wheel, this is the most common style of locking tuner. This little wheel basically controls a pin inside of the tuning peg. Whenever you tighten it, turn it right here, that peg moves down and locks the tuner against the string. To release it, turn it this way. So effectively what we're going to do is just pull the strings through, tighten up our peg here until it's tight on the string, then tune to pitch. Really straightforward. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so just make sure your lock on the back is loose. We're going to thread the string through. Pull it pretty tight. We're going to pre-cut the string to length with it pulled snug. Back your string out to where you don't have any of the string sticking through, or just a little bit. We're going to tighten the lock on the back, just finger tight. Hold our string and tighten it. That's all there is to it. We're going to do it one more time so you can see how quick it is to string one of these guitars. Pull it tight, pre-cut. Lock it in place. And that is all there is to stringing a guitar with locking tuners. Hope it helps. Talk to you next time.